Big morning, Tigers. How y'all doing this day? Joining me today is Sir Evan Clark.
What's up? We got some news for y'all this week. We got some concert news, some election updates, blood and cancer news, and you guessed it, sports. Let's get into it.
I love getting into it. Have you seen the Face concert posters up around the school? No? Well, here's some news that you just can't miss.
Hi, I'm Gavin Copeland with the Erie Tiger Network. Today, I'm going to be asking people about the Face concert coming up this week.
I am Gage Copeland.
Hi, Gage. I have a question for you. The Face performers, who are they?
There are 6 people that travel across the world like saying stuff. It's pretty cool.
All right, and what songs will we be singing?
Hallelujah and Big Time.
Hi, so we have a quick question for you. How was the Face concert last year?
Absolutely awesome. I've gotten to go a couple times even this summer too. Since then, I think it's a lot better when it's here at the auditorium because, especially with the type of music that they do, it's just having the walls and being in a closed space. It amps it up even that more. It's that much more exciting, and if you're not used to what kind of music that they have, it's absolutely incredible. I loved it.
Alrighty.
You gonna be in that concert?
You know, I don't know, man. I'm feeling that Mr. Clean vibe, but I want to like acapella some sicko mode or something, freak people out a little bit.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, you're not beating my rendition of Mo Bamba, so.
That's a nice segue into last week's Chorale Festival.
Oh yeah. The nearby elementary schools and middle schools came together to present an amazing performance with their choir program. Great job, guys.
Over the years, EHS's choir department has gotten pretty big, but in order to fill the entire gym, we needed some help. Thus enters the tradition of the Erie Choral Celebration, a performance including choir students from each feeder school to EHS, from elementary schoolers to all state-level high schoolers. Here's just a snippet of what those voices all sound like together. For sophomore Xander Maldonado, who's a part of CR5 and 5130, singing with the younger kids was inspiring.
The most exciting and, fun part about singing with some of the younger choir students was just looking at the amount of potential in that room. Just the fact that these could be future EHS choir students just kind of amazes me to the point where it kind of like I want to do better myself and want to improve and do better for my future as well.
One person that holds each student in a choir together is the accompanist. Mrs. Midyat plays piano for the EHS choirs and assisted in this event, which was a very new experience for her.
The little kids soak up everything you say and then don't do it. The high schoolers soak up what you say and then tell you you're wrong and then do it anyway. So you get the best of both worlds. But it was nice for the littles to see what it's like to be big. And it's nice for the bigs to remember what it was like to be little.
The event included a performance of a song that some of you may recognize. EHS students had the chance to sing We Are the Voices in the fall at their concert and at the SCVSD Fall Festival, and even worked with the composer Jim Papoulis on this piece. As the Spring Choir concert arrives on Tuesday, it's nice to have a reminder of where each of these musicians started out. For the ETN, I'm Olivia Stasina.
Evan, you got any loose change, brother?
Why, yes, I do. Why are you asking?
Don't you hate it when you're sitting there at home and like you got your sweats on and stuff, catching fat dubs, and you get like the loose change in your pockets? And when you sit down, all the loose change comes out of your pockets and gets stuck in between like the couch pillows.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Just finding like pennies under the table and stuff.
Yeah, exactly, man. Well, why try and plant money trees inside your house when you can take that loose change and donate it to a good cause? If you got mad coins just sitting around in your house or your car or wherever you put coins, you can drop them in your class jars and try to get the highest coin value for your class and potentially win some chicken.
How could you resist, right? However, if you drop bills into another class's jar, you can subtract points from them, getting you one step closer to some free food.
Coins for Cancer is being run by NHS over the next few weeks, so start shoveling out your car for coins.
Donations are the name of the game right now. Not only can you help save lives with your coins, but you can help save some lives from deep down inside you. Your blood.
Blood, that's right. That's right, Tigers. Let's get that tiger blood. Do you like needles? Do you like the color red? Do you like that lightheaded feeling, or do you just like being an amazing person and donating just a little bit of your blood in the Erie High School Blood Drive? to give another person another chance.
That's what's up. Hey, you trying to check out the weather?
Let's do it.
Thanks for that, Nick. What else we got going on?
Well, Stugo elections are around the corner, so get ready to start seeing more of those in the next couple of weeks.
Cool, cool. Didn't you run for something like last year?
I don't know what you're talking about. You're crazy.
Hello, I'm Gage Copeland, and this is my brother, Chompers the Dinosaur. Let's go talk about some class elections. When it first started, what was going on?
So we really didn't have an election process here at school. So in AP Government, we cover campaigns and elections and things like that. So we developed this project where the AP Gov students are going through a simulation of how to develop campaigns, and then they actually get candidates from Stugo, and then it goes from being a simulation to a hands-on simulation. That's where it was all dreamt up. So we have AP Gov kids in teams of 4 or 5. Each one of them has a candidate running for Stugo. There are 27 candidates in all, and the elections open on Monday.
Monday. And how can you vote?
Election day is Wednesday, March 20th. The polls will open at 7:15 in the morning, and they will close at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. You can vote all day. It'll be in the junior senior lounge. Weld County will be here with the polling booth, so you guys will be able to do that, and there will be an I voted sticker, because that's really the real reason we all vote, is to proudly wear your sticker at last, and then the winners will be announced at the end of the day.
I don't know about you sexy senoritas, but I want to get a sticker that says I voted. Back to you, Chompers.
There's a lot of good candidates out there. I don't know who I'm gonna vote for. Hope they're special.
Thanks, Chompers. Now, Olivia, a quick question. What was it like being class president?
It was kind of a stressful job, and I'm still doing a lot of stuff, but it's been really fun so far, and knowing that I can do stuff that helps out my peers is nice.
How did it feel that you were elected class president?
I was honestly a little bit surprised. I didn't know that I had that many fans out there, but I think that people were united around my message of kindness. So yeah, they picked me, which was really exciting.
Do you have any advice for the people running?
Definitely smile at everybody that you see in the hallway, and make sure that you gain as many positive experiences with other people as possible, because when they're thinking, who am I going to vote for, they'll think, well, who has treated me nicely in the past? And if it's you, then that's good news.
Well, thank you.
Hey, are you parking in non-parking spaces? Are you parking on the sides, making it hard for other vehicles to drive?
Well, don't. I don't like it. We've got a little PSA here about parking. Hope you enjoy it.
Hello, my name, as you probably know by now, is Joe Venard, and I'm obviously a part of the broadcast team here at Erie High School, obviously because you're watching the Erie Tiger Network News. So, there's a bit of a problem going on with our school right now, and it's not vaping, though. That is an issue we need to talk about, but it's not what we're going to be talking about now. It's what we're going to be talking about maybe here in a couple weeks if we're lucky. No, something that's been coming up now recently, just because of all the people who have gotten their licenses recently, thanks to Mr. Aguirre's wonderful driver's ed class, as well as just any other drivers that they may take. So more people are driving. It's quite obvious to see here. And what's happening is people, especially juniors and seniors, who have off blocks in the middle of the day or at the beginning of the day, they get to school a bit later than normal. And what this does is it leads to them not wanting to actually park somewhere because it's too far away. And I get it, you want to get that extra time and just to relax, and you want to get there like 5 minutes so then you can just park somewhere and go. So obviously you can see here and here that they actually do park on the islands, and that's an issue. I'm a junior, and personally, while I've been here, what I happen to see is more of people actually almost hitting those cars when they're backing out, when they're going forward, when they're driving by, just because it's too crowded a space already, nevertheless, with people parking on the islands. So I'm asking this, all classes are asking this, as in freshman through senior, and the front office too. I got asked by Kenny to do this, so please, for Kenny, do this. We're asking you to park here along this back curb of Erie High School, and the reason being is just because then we don't have to worry about people running into other cars and incidents happening in the parking lot, just making things a lot slower. Or another option, as opposed to that, is get here earlier, because then you can see if there are spots that you need to go park at, and you can see whether you do actually need to go behind the school, because then you can get into school, you have time, and it's pretty nice actually. Personally, I get to school at about 7:10 every morning. Recently, this is just on Wednesday, I went to school, and obviously aside from the fog, I left my house at 7, I got there at 7:10, and this is how open the parking lot was. So really, if you do this, if you get there, if you have if you have to be there at first block, get there at leave so then you can get to school at about 7:10 or earlier, because you have all these parking options if you do, and it's just really nice. It's kind of peaceful actually, just to get there and see people pull in, and just it's nice to be there early. It's just quieter, you don't have to worry about stressing about a spot. And if you do have those off blocks, which are obviously the pinnacle of being a junior or senior, go ahead and get back to school 10-15 minutes early. Then you'll have time to find the spot and get to class on time. Anyway, Nick, Evan, back to you guys.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, let's introduce our upcoming sports for the season.
Tennis has started, girls soccer is starting up, and dudes volleyball is underway.
So make sure to check those out. Go stop by any of the games, just to provide some support, you know.
Well, that about wraps it up, folks. We got a safety tip of the week?
Yes, actually. Erie, your safety tip. Remember, you are all amazing people. You are all, in my book, the jewels of Erie High School.
That's deep, Nick. Thanks for that. From the ETN, I'm Evan Clark.
And I'm Nick Icaro. And remember, it's Friday, Wolves.